Hello everybody, this is General Snivy and welcome back to more of the Sly 2 Band of Thieves playthrough. Today is more than likely going to be the final session of this game, so before we begin, couple things. First off, we have our very first subscriber ever, Shawario Mox. He subscribed about 3 days ago via Twitch Prime, so I'm going to see if I can replay the alert. Not only that, but we also have a new follower as well, which is Melissa BMIT. Melissa followed about 2 days ago, so that is pretty awesome. Also, hello Shawaria Mox. Glad you can make it to the stream. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the final episode of Sly 2 Band of Thieves, episode 8, which is The Anatomy for Disaster. Let us begin.
There we were, heading east across the Atlantic Ocean, stowaways on a giant airborne fortress. Though time was short, we made sure to study up on our unknowing host, Arpeggio. While attending a prestigious boarding school, the young Arpeggio excelled in all subjects, but he never managed to keep up with the other boys physically. Sadly, his wings, due to their small size, were useless for flight. Furious at his feeble body, he focused his powerful mind to search for a cure in the works of the Italian Renaissance masters. Their notebooks provided the springboard for this sinister young genius, and it wasn't long before Clogging took him on as chief inventor. His talents must have been at work repurposing all the Clockwork parts for their criminal schemes. And now this mastermind is in possession of all the parts. It's only a matter of time before he puts them back together. And when that happens, well, I'm not gonna let that happen.
Here we go, boys and girls. It's time for the final episode. Let's do this. We also have a host here, too. And that host is Melissa BMIT. She added me as an auto host, which is pretty awesome to see. Also, oh yeah, definitely. I had a good time watching him play casually as well. Even though I tried to egg him to try some speedrunning tricks. Of course, he does have his own way to play, and I understand that he's doing a casual playthrough, and so he doesn't really want to try any sort of extreme speedrunning tactics, such as FFM, Termite Skip, and things of that nature. I didn't stick around for the entire stream because, well, it was getting late, and I really needed to get some sleep. Anyway, welcome to the final episode. Here we have 3 more upgrades available for purchase. Well, technically there's 4, but the reason why there's 4 here is because I didn't have enough coins to purchase the last upgrade in the last episode. So, as a result, the upgrade that we have left to purchase is on the purchase list. So, that's going to be fun. So not only do we have new enemies just hanging around about, just flying around all willy-nilly, we also have 30 more clues to hunt down, and these are going to be some of the most hidden, well-placed clues yet. Also, the enemies here are going to be a lot more alert, and that does make sense considering that this is the final area of the game. Basically, all the enemies here are all birds. I don't know what species of bird. If I have to guess, they're probably parrots. That's what they look like, parrots. It would have been interesting to see if there were, like, multiple variants of the parrots. Granted, I know there are such things as different species of parrots in real life and everything. Okay. Bye. I kind of figured that guy was going to see me sooner or later. Now then, there is one thing I kind of want to go over today. And I know that today is technically Saturday and not Friday. And there's a reason why I haven't really been keeping up on my stream schedule throughout this week. And the reason for that is a couple of things were coming up over those past few days. Wednesday, I can't remember what I did. I think it was something to do with grocery shopping. Yeah, we had to do some shopping. We had to pick up a few things. And by the time I got home and we unloaded the truck and everything and put everything away, I was just exhausted. It is a good workout to go around the grocery stores, do grocery shopping and stuff of that nature. You'd be surprised how much of a workout it can truly be until you actually do it for yourself. Because, think about it, there's a lot of walking, also a lot of heavy lifting, such as cases of water and tea, which are like at least 10 pounds or so per case. Yeah, it was definitely a fun time. So. Okay. I'm kind of surprised that he fell all the way down there and the sneak attack failed. Now, this clue right here is a pretty big pain in the butt to get to. And there is an easy way to get to this, however, we'll have to wait until the very end of the episode before we even get the chance to get it. Although there may be another way I could potentially get to this, like from a higher platform, such as one of these hot air balloons that are holding this ship afloat. It's possible. I'm going to see what I can do here. And of course, in order to okay, what? How is it that he noticed me? I didn't even move. Granted, I know I was picking his pockets and everything, but still, come on, man. It's kind of ridiculous how he just instantly turned around on me as if he had frickin' ultra instincts. I don't get it. So, as far as Friday is concerned, or yesterday rather, the reason why I didn't stream yesterday was because I had a job interview to go to. I recently have been working to apply for a couple of different jobs around my area, and one of those jobs that I applied for was for a position at the local casino. Well, after the interview process, well, the interview itself went well. The interview, I think, went really well and everything. But after the interview, I just don't feel comfortable with the position that's on offer. Dang it. But anyway, as I was trying to say, I just don't feel comfortable with the position and the responsibilities of which the position is asking me to do and what it's offering. So, if they decide to move forward, I'm just gonna kindly decline the position. And I'm just gonna keep looking elsewhere. Another job that I've applied for, it's actually gonna be coming up this coming Monday. I applied to work at a UPS at their distribution center, sorting packages and everything. The reason why is, well, I'm just kind of looking for any sort of work whatsoever that is outside of, say, like Walmart and McDonald's and stuff of that nature. I'm going to see how that place is. And again, if it's not the right fit, then it's not the right fit. That's basically what I'm getting at here. Sometimes you may end up coming across a job that sounds so good on paper, and yet it's really not the right fit for you. That's just the way life works. Man, I'm already starting to sweat. And I still can't figure out how to get to this freaking clue. Okay, I'm gonna turn on my fan. Hopefully I can get some air circulating in here. I would open up my window too, however, a big thunder... I can't speak English today. Anyway, as I was trying to say, some thunder struck down earlier. It was really dang loud because it was so close to where we live. So as a result, I decided to just simply keep my window closed, as there is a slight chance for rain, and it looks like it is going to rain today. And that's not fun. Okay. Well, that figures. Seems like a lot of enemies around here are carrying around jetpacks and also flame traps as they're laying them down. This is truly quite a magnificent craft here. I'm surprised that this thing is even able to fly as sophisticated as it is. Arpeggio truly is an evil genius, if you know what I mean. Why is it that all the bad guys have to have the best stuff? Dang it! Wow, that could have most certainly gone better. I guess one thing I could do is activate the job, and before actually getting started, I could intentionally KMS, so that way I can get a health refill and respawn at the start of the job. But where's the fun in that? Also, this guy was apparently stuck for a while. Okay. Anyway, the reason why I'm grabbing this now is because A, it was near my position, and B, I need the money! Oh my god, that was too close. Although now that I did that, I'm probably gonna end up getting blown up. But we'll definitely see. Not too much further now. Come on, follow the bot. Okay, it's the alarm clock. I didn't realize I had that set still. Where's the safe house? Whew, just made it. Good God. That was pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, wow, 1807. Let's see. We can definitely buy this now, so that's pretty sweet. At least with that, we have 3 more upgrades left to purchase in the entire game. Afterwards, we're done with upgrades, and we won't need coins ever again. However, these last 3 upgrades are going to be the most expensive in the entire game. But thankfully, the last 3 upgrades are not mandatory, so that's pretty sweet. Dang it! Okay, that works. Oh, shoot. Well, that could have most certainly gone better. Anyway, as I mentioned before, this place is incredibly well fortified and enemies are on high alert, which makes a whole lot of sense considering that they have every single Clockwork part here now, which they stole from us from before. All that hard work completely wasted. Which, that's bad news. That's bad news bears. In just about every single sense. As... Are you serious? Why did I start crawling underneath the table? Forget it. It was probably due in part of, It was probably due to the fact that the table was right there and the enemy's pocket was completely empty when I thought it wasn't. There we go. Thankfully, since this place takes place so high up in the air, if you do end up getting spotted here, it's not the end of the world. You could just knock them off of the vehicle and you're all set. Though that is a lot easier said than done, especially with some of the enemies here who have a very high endurance, let's say. And I mean really high endurance. Meaning they don't get knocked around so easily. I think I could just drop. Oh, come on. Seriously? There's also plenty of stage hazards that you can work with to your advantage as well here. Such as fan blades, which I almost called flan blades. But you know what I mean, right? Fan blades, electrical pits that power this frickin' craft. A lot of things, really. Though they can also be used against you, too, so that's something else you need to keep in mind as you're exploring here. You may never know when things go wrong in the worst possible moments. Okay, at least we're almost done with clues, 16 out of 30, so that's pretty nice. Who the hell spotted me and from where? That's something I'd like to know. Also, I'd love to confiscate one of these frickin' jetpacks here. Speaking of jetpacks, I think another way I could get to that one clue that's towards the beginning of the safe house is with Bentley's jetpack. As that allows him to float in the air for quite a while, and he does gain a decent amount of height before he inevitably has to drop. That's another idea. I may try it later. Maybe when he has a job that he has to do. Damn it! Oh, nice spawn, game. Spawn me on top of one of those frickin' fans. Like I said, there are many different ways you can navigate around this place, but keep in mind that there are a ton of searchlights here too. Searchlights, laser cannons, and there are also a ton of guards. These guards mean business, so try not to get spotted if you possibly can. I thought I felt an ant crawling up my foot. It's one of those feelings of which you can never forget. Like, if it has happened to you once, then it's likely that it will happen again in the very near future. I really hate that feeling of whenever a creepy crawly is crawling on my bare feet. It just feels disgusting. Have you ever had that feeling yourself? Come on, little boy. Goodbye. Okay, let's actually start this job now.
Picked up large magnetic fields radiating from inside that blimp. If If Arpeggio's already started reassembling Clockwork, that's where you'll find.
Sounds good. I'm on my way.
Don't waste any time here, Sly. Get to the blimp and take some recon photos. To build a plan, we need to know how close they are to reviving Clockwork.
Relax, Bentley. I've got it under control.
Mm-hmm. Says the guy who doesn't have anything under control. Okay, so here's where the fun will truly begin for this. So what we need to do here is fly all the way over here to this blimp, which is pretty easy to do. Honestly, this is probably the easiest mission in this entire episode. Though, things are not going to be this easy forever. Trust me. The fun's only just beginning.
I had no idea they could reassemble Clockwork so fast!
Calm down, Bentley. He might be in one piece, but he doesn't appear to be, you know, alive. Let's stick to the format here. How about some recon photos?
You're right. We need to be informed to create a plan of action. Try to get a shot of Clockwork's head, a mech egg, and one of those spinning magnetic inducers. They seem important to the procedure, but stay away from the guards. If you get detected, we won't have time for a second chance.
Okay, this is gonna be a real fun recon mission. So basically what we need to do here, obviously, take some photos.
These magnetic inducers seem to be holding the Clockwork parts together.
Okay. Now we need a picture of Clockwork itself. Though, for whatever reason, I can't seem to get a photo from back here. So, unfortunately, we will have to jump from our position here. Okay, don't defeat Arpeggio's guards. Okay, that is something worth noting. I had no idea that was the case. Oh well. Guess we'll have to do this all over again. Damn it. That works.
These magnetic inducers seem to be
I
holding
really
the
wish I could
Clockwork
skip
parts
this
together.
cutscene here, since I've already taken the picture and everything. But it doesn't appear that that's the case, which really, really blows. Okay. Now then, like I said, this is going to be really tricky to get to where we need to go. Wait, what? Are you kidding me with that bull crap? That was a perfect shot. How was it hidden? I don't get this game, I swear. Okay, is the game glitching on me? Because clearly the object is not hidden in any way. There we go.
Clockwork appears completely inanimate. We still might have a chance.
At least for now. Though, of course, we still need to, assess the situation fully. Oh my god, get on the wing. Thank you. The heck is back there? That's something worth mentioning. Guess I need to get closer.
I'm sensing radioactivity from inside those mech eggs. I wouldn't get too close. Sly, I'm detecting voices from the front of the blimp. I think it's Arpeggio.
And he may not be alone, so in order to figure out what it is we need to do next, we need to get to the front of this blimp and do so without being seen, which that can be kind of a daunting task. Though thankfully it shouldn't be too difficult to do. Oh dear.
There he is, the mastermind behind this blimp and the source of all our problems.
Smile.
I can't believe it. She must have been working with Arpeggio all along. I don't need to study those photos to see the writing on the wall. Clearly, Neela and Arpeggio have conspired together to rebuild Clockwork. And it looks like they're dangerously close to realizing their goal.
Look, Bentley, I know it's not your style, but I need a quick plan of attack. Try to think of a way, any way, to stop Clockwork from getting reassembled.
Well, those magnetic inducers seem to be holding the parts together. If you reverse their polarity, it should pull Clockwork apart. Unfortunately, the inducer speed control station is locked down tight. Pickpocket keys from the 4 patrolling guards to get at it. Then you'll need to manually reverse the polarity of each inducer deck at the top of their rotation.
Consider it done.
Okay, so now it's time for the next part of this quote-unquote recon mission. This really is not much of a recon mission at this point. It's more like a, holy crap, this is happening, we need to move fast. Like Sonic fast. So, what we need to do here is pickpocket the keys off of these guards. And I don't think you're supposed to kill any of them. Then again, maybe you could, but it would probably result in a mission failure. And really, that's not a good idea to do that, especially at this point, as I'm pretty sure that this mission does not have any checkpoints at all. So, if you're caught, your goose is cooked. And you have to do the whole reconnaissance thing all over again. Which, that would be bad. Okay. Whew.
Now get to the speed control station to slow down the spinning inducers.
Alright. That shouldn't be too difficult to do. But then again, we do have a little bit of work to do in order to even get over there in the first place. Damn it, I bonked. I wonder how is it that they don't realize that something is moving the clockwork all together. I guess these guards just plain do not care, and I don't blame them.
Now that the inducer decks are spinning slower, get up there and reverse the polarity of each deck.
I wonder how we're going to do that. Oh, shoot! Okay, I think I see what we need to do here. To get up here and reverse the polarity of these things, we just need to time our jumps just right. That way we can drop down and do that. Now, there are 4 of these in all, and getting to each and every single one is not that difficult. It really isn't. It's just a matter of waiting around and also timing it right. Once the polarity has been reversed on either one of these platforms, I would try to alternate to the other side of the room and wait for the next set of platforms to appear. It's really just a matter of waiting. It's kind of annoying, but whatever. Again, that's all just part of the game. And I don't think there's any way you can make this go by any faster. You just have to wait around. And try to stay up here as much as humanly possible. Don't ever drop down to the ground unless you need to. There we go. Jump completed. Nice.
What's all this then? The magnets have been reversed. But... by Jove! It seems to have locked the clockwork parts into place. Excellent!
I honestly don't believe it.
Sly Cooper! Of course this would be your doing.
Ah, Mr. Cooper. No doubt you believed a reversal would pull the old bird apart, eh? But it seems to have had quite the opposite effect. I'm truly grateful. When fully powered up, I'll join myself to its circuit and be born anew!
All this because you can't fly. You're pathetic.
Immortality! Immortality is what I seek. The other Claw Gang members were much too short-sighted. They were satisfied using the clockwork parts to drive their various trivial schemes. But not me. No. I saw them for what they really were. The keys to life eternal.
So, what? You had Neela put me on the set back in Cairo, and then waited while I stole the parts from the other Claw Gang members, all the while not arousing any suspicion that you were behind it all?
You make it sound easy, Cooper. I had to carry your pathetic gang through that first set of heists. I was overjoyed when Arpeggio let me toss you in jail. I could finally go after the parts myself.
Ah, but acquiring all the parts was only half the equation. Think, Cooper. What kept Clockwork alive for thousands of years?
He was fueled by his hatred for my family.
Splendid! That's right. Hatred. Putting his gears and wires together was child's play, compared with accumulating that much hatred.
You can't make people hate.
Oh, my poor naive boy. My meticulous mind has found a way. As your hippopotamus friend will attest, spice consumption makes you both angry and susceptible to hypnosis. The Contessa, hypnotist extraordinaire, devised a way to command people through the use of flashing lights. I've created this blimp to be a massive transmitter of those precise light frequencies. The only problem I faced was finding a suitable source of light waves.
The Northern Lights. You've been collecting Northern Light energy so you could hypnotize everyone beneath the blimp.
Ah, hypnotize those who'd eaten food covered in illegal spice. Thank goodness for Dimitri. Through his nightclub, he got the whole city to consume the spice.
You're going to Paris to unleash a hypnotic light show of hate. That's outlandishly cruel.
Cruel, perhaps, but necessary to give Clockwork his spark of immortality. Ah well, my new body awaits me. Be a dear, Neela, and keep him covered. Ta-ta!
Stupid Arpeggio. I double-crossed the Cooper gang, Interpol, and Carmelita. What made you think I wouldn't do the same to you?
Whoa, okay.
This is preposterous. You're my protege, not the next candidate for my immortality. I demand you exit the Clockwork frame or...
Oh dear. Well, he's dead.
Behold, Clockwork is born!
Worst name ever. Well, folks, shit has officially just reached the fan.
As we all know, things are looking grim. Neela has joined herself to the Clockwork frame, and the Union has produced Clockla. She's out and free to terrorize the world. This blimp is still in motion to Paris. I can only assume Arpeggio's autopilot will activate the hate hypnosis light show. If that happens, there will be no stopping Clockla. She'll be immortal. But we still have a chance. In her new form, she'll need to draw a lot of energy from this blimp's engines to stay strong. If we can disable the engines, that should be enough to weaken her to a state in which we can attack. Getting at these engines will require all three of us to work together in perfect harmony. We've pulled off some tough jobs in the past, but they were just the warm-up round for what we'll be going through tonight.
Whew. Oh man, we got some serious work to do, and we gotta do it fast before this blimp reaches Paris. Otherwise, Paris is basically done for. Oh dear. That's gonna be real fun, let me tell ya. Okay, we have a few jobs to take care of. One of them is available for Bentley, and one is available for Murray, and one more is available for Sly. Might as well take care of Bentley's job first.
That's one of the engines that needs to be disabled. I won't lie to you, Murray. This is going to be a tough job that requires both our skills.
My skills? Okay, Bentley, if you say so.
First, I'll need to hack the stations controlling access to the engine room. Then, Murray, you'll need to head inside and use your muscle to finish the job.
The Murray will be ready to go.
That's fine. I don't mind. As long as you're watching, that's all that matters. Okay, so all we need to do here is hack all the terminals here in order to get access to this place's engine room. This is gonna be real fun. Let the hacking begin. And of course, as expected, this place is infested with super powerful enemies. And our cannons are now upgraded to now be able to ricochet off of the walls somehow. So, at least this does make things easier as a result. So that's pretty sweet. Hello, Mr. T9707. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. Anyway, as you can see here, we're in the middle of a pretty massive crisis. Clockla has been born by the Clockwork parts, and by means of Neela just simply stealing the Clockwork body altogether from Arpeggio, killing him in the process. So that was definitely a fun little event, that's for sure. So, in order to stop this hypnotic hip show, bleh. What is that? Okay, anyway, as I was trying to say, in order to stop this hypnotic light show from happening... Also, hello, Chorus497. Welcome to the stream. Anyway, as I was trying to say before, all we need to do here is hack all three terminals and stop this hypnotic light show from commencing. Okay, cool. At least we got that clue, and I think Bentley was really the only one who could get that too, so that's pretty nice. There's going to be a lot of long-distance traveling between, damn it, one terminal to another. I'm kind of surprised that he didn't just hop onto the frickin' mine right away. Also, how the hell did I get roasted? You know what, whatever. Damn, these guys are completely relentless. I mean, I can't really blame them considering what we have to do here. But even so, oh my god. They just want frickin' turtle blood. At least it did help with finding yet another clue, so we only have 10 more left. Afterwards, we're done with clue hunting for the rest of the game. Which is awesome. I'm not sick of clue hunting, as that's what makes exploring these environments so much fun. But sometimes it just feels like enough is enough. I kind of want to move on. Oh dear. Okay. Now to get back to that frickin' terminal that we tried to get to previously, but we couldn't. I had a feeling that wasn't going to be enough height. Honestly, I feel like the hover pack of which Bentley has is the most important upgrade that he can buy in the entire game. It is so freaking versatile with being able to move around and being able to do so at such a gracious pace. It also makes platforming a lot easier for Bentley too. So that's awesome. Okay, time to hack terminal number 2. Let us begin. So anyway, these hacking terminals now, not only do we have an upgrade to our primary weapon of it being able to ricochet off of walls now, but there's also a new enemy that is a stationary target. Not only is it stationary, but it also fires incredibly fast, like a very, very fast fire rate. Not sure what the RPM on those things are, but they are fast, deadly, and extremely dangerous. So that's the reason why Ricochet is available here. As Bentley knew beforehand that this was going to be the most difficult of all the hacking sessions yet. I just googled around images on the internet, and I just put everything together to make a scene. It's not like I use a predetermined layout or anything. I just put these images together until something fits. And that's how I'm able to make my scenes and make them look so good. God damn it. Come on. Seriously? I thought that hit his hand for sure. Wrong ability. Well. I could use this. Like I said, with the health extractor, it does give you extra health, but it does not restore weapon energy with its ability. Which does suck, but that's just the way it is. That's just the way it works, unfortunately. Alright, we got one more terminal left to hack, and it is all the way across the map. So death warping here may not be a bad idea, but then again, it probably won't work too well due to us possibly respawning over to where the second terminal was located. Very true. Okay. Thankfully, I don't think enemies can attack you during cutscenes, which is pretty nice. They basically stop dead in their tracks for some reason. I don't know why that is, but oh well. However, as soon as the cutscene ends, they can still attack you anyway. Oh, hello, we have more new enemies. Once again, just like with the previous enemies, these guys too are also very dangerous. They'll be coming at you non-stop, ultra aggressively. So, the best way to deal with them is just try to plow right through them as fast as humanly possible.
Make way for the Murray!
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Time to smash everything.
Hey, pal. Looks like you'll need to lift all those giant cylinders. Once they're locked in the up position, you'll be able to take them out from the top level.
Cool.
Heads up, pal. You've got company.
Okay, so now it's time for part 2 of this mission. In part 2, what we need to do is lift up these freaking things. Can you call them like energy pylons or something? It's something like that. However, while you're lifting these things up, we're unfortunately going to have a lot of unnecessary company. And what's also really annoying is that they'll keep coming at you constantly. Dang it. They'll be coming at you endlessly. So you kind of have to multitask. And essentially, the safest way of getting through this is to clear out as many enemies as you can at that moment in time. Or at least knock them out long enough for you to push these battery-like things upwards. Like I said, fighting every single one of them is kind of a futile effort. And it's not recommended. Just try to knock them out of your way and mash like a frickin' madman, like you're playing a Mario Party game.
Head up to the second level and thunder flop on the giant cylinders. That should finish them off.
Okay. Now that all the batteries have been lifted up, it's time to knock these things down. And thankfully you can take them down relatively easily just by simply jumping into the air and just doing a belly flop on them. You do have to hit the top of them though in order to knock them down completely.
Perfect. Now, head into the control booth and pull the plug on this thing. Another engine bites the dust.
Excellent. Job complete. And we're 92% done with the game. Holy crap. That's insane. We're almost at the 100% completion mark, which is awesome. Though, like I said, we still have a few more things to grab here in order to achieve that mark. And that is purchase all the upgrades and also, what else? We also, have to obtain the safe for this episode. That's it. I don't know why my mind was drawing a blank there. Goodbye. Really sucks that Murray can't steal from enemies in this game. Thankfully, he does gain the ability to do that in Sly 3, along with Bentley, too. It's kind of weird how he's just, not able to do it here. Okay. and goodbye.
Murray, it looks like I'm gonna need some help getting into that engine room.
Happy to help.
Bentley tells me that the door to that room is locked down by wall-mounted power stations located throughout this blimp. I'll need you to take out all the power stations and then pry open the door by hand.
No sweat, Sly.
Oh, time for yet another fun mission. This time we're going to be knocking out some power stations. And once we knock these things out, we will be good to go here. However, upon trying to take these things out, they do raise an alarm. So that is something you do have to keep in mind. The enemies will come running and trying to investigate what the heck is going on here. So that is something you need to look into. Speaking of enemies, you can actually use them as a means of a projectile to take out these things here. Okay. Oh, damn it! Alright, time for the next one. By the way, these power stations are scattered throughout this place. I think you're intended to use these eggs here in order to take out the power stations, but you can use just about anything here. Basically, anything you can use around you can be a really good asset. Whether it be a chair, an enemy, or a barrel, an egg, whatever. Whatever you can find, even if it's the kitchen sink, use it, throw it, and love it. Another item I can steal here. I'm gonna see if I can try to pull off a successful steal after I'm done here. Just gotta remember this place, which can be pretty difficult to do, as there's not exactly a whole lot of landmarks to go by here. Damn it, I missed. Okay, how am I missing this? What the devil? Huh. Okay. Weird teleportation. Yep. The alarm sound is definitely right. That's for sure. It's kind of weird how it's not super loud. It just goes... It's almost as if it's trying to imitate a good old classic Donkey Kong from the 80s. But it's not quite like that. It's just weird. I feel like I got a hair in my frickin' mouth. Yeah. A lot of enemies here apparently went to the Stormtrooper school of shooting things. They can't really aim too well for some reason. Yoink. Okay, that's all the power stations.
Come on back and pry it open.
Yeah, if I can actually get back there alive. Which is going to be a lot easier said than done. Because I have a feeling I'm going to get shot on the way back, or I'm going to fall like an idiot. Damn it! That was too close. I thought I was dead. Okay, where do I have to go? Over there. Wow, these guys are just absolutely relentless right now. They just want me dead. Can't really blame them considering what I've done. But even so, I definitely don't want to die here.
Your turn, buddy.
Okay, here we go.
Careful, Sly. This place is packed with laser security. First, you'll need to make your way to the far end of this room, then jump up to the second level to get at the engine room control center.
Okay, so as Bentley said, we need to navigate our way through this room. However, we have to navigate through this room really slowly, as there's not only laser floors going off here, but there's also 2 laser walls which slowly rotate throughout this entire room.
Alright, the control center is opposite your position in the room. With some well-timed spire jumping, you should be able to get access.
Ow! Okay. Honestly, I had no idea what I was supposed to do there. Dang it. Oh well. Okay, just gotta shut down that engine. Ow! Okay, note to self. The electrical floor is a one-hit kill pit. Duly noted. Kind of figured that out earlier, but it's still kind of annoying that you have to deal with this. Especially when the buttons are not being responsive at all. Come on, game! What the hell? It shouldn't be that hard. Oh crap. Game. I don't even. There is one thing I didn't really mention yet, and that is I decided to change the donation goal from just that to a bit goal. As the donation goal was sadly not met at all in any way. Didn't make any progress whatsoever, which does kind of suck. So, I figure I'd try something a little bit different. Try a different approach. So instead of, it being an actual donation goal...
That's the lights out for this engine.
The donation goal is now a bit goal. Which you can use bits here on the site to cheer for me. And you can do so for free, which is freaking awesome. Also, the safe is in this room. However, we can't open it just yet. We'll have to wait before we can open up the safe for this episode. It's gonna be a little while before we'll be able to open this thing up. Though thankfully we still, we don't have too many clues left to hunt down. We only have 8 more. Okay, it appears that Sly has several jobs he needs to do here. Looks like one over here and one over here. I want to see if I can find any more clues before I go. Damn it! I wanted to continue exploring the upper levels of that, but no, apparently I just overshoot my jump and fall into like some random hole out of nowhere. Oh well, this can be a good thing too, because I can steal this now. Of course, there has to be a frickin' patrol. You mother... Seriously, screw this frickin' game sometimes, I swear. I don't even know how I got spotted. But regardless, it was frickin' BS. I wonder if this is the same item, too, that I tried to steal before. I think it is. So at least this item respawned upon dropping it, so it's not that big of a deal. I could just run right back and grab it again without having to reload the entire episode. Because apparently if you die or fall into a pit, take damage too close to where the item originally spawns, it doesn't respawn at all. Oh man, that was quite a pain in the butt. And even that was still not enough for any upgrades here, which is rather unfortunate. But that's alright. We'll get the money in due time. It's gonna be a little bit before we can get the funds together to buy even one more of these upgrades. But I think if we go and explore some of the earlier episodes and find more of those pedestal-like items around here, we may be able to purchase all 3 upgrades in like about 2 or 3 trips for everything all together. Then again, maybe not. I have no idea. Like I said, some of the most expensive upgrades in the entire game are on offer right here and now. But again, we'll cross that road when we get to it.
To disable that engine room, you and I are going to have to work together.
Happy to have you along, Bentley. What do you need me to do?
Pickpocket the guard's keys to the engine room. Once you've got the door open, I'll take over.
Okay, you should take your position. It's not gonna take me long to lighten these guys of their keys.
Okay, time for the next part. What we need to do here is go on a pickpocketing spree, and we have 5 keys to steal. Which, that should be really dang easy. We've pickpocketed many guards before, and we can most certainly do it again here. Again, the Binocucom is your best friend, as well as the waypoint indicators. Jumping down here any sooner from like the middle room, it probably would have resulted in my inevitable death. Which is not something I really want to do here. We may even be able to stumble across another clue or 2 along the way during this mission, which will be pretty nice. As finding all the clues also, that was bullshit. Goodbye. I'm surprised that one big guard didn't come running. Because that can happen. Dang it! I'm surprised that didn't distract him at all in any way. But at least this will. God damn it! Okay, that works. I guess putting him to sleep can also give me the opportunity to pickpocket him too. So that's pretty awesome. Although now I need to figure out how the heck it is I'm going to get the last 2 keys. Which, it's not going to be easy, let me tell you. if I have to guess, the last two keys shouldn't be too difficult to find or get to. Okay. I was wondering if there was a way you can execute the charge attack with an uppercut, but it appears that that's not the case. You can't do that here. It sucks that's the case, but oh well. Not a whole lot I can do. Okay, let's go for this one up here. Oh, by the way, Clockwork is going to be flying all around this area now. So as she's making her rounds, she may end up dropping bombs along the way, which does have some RNG elements of whether or not it will hit you or hit an enemy that you're trying to kill. Or trying to pickpocket too, who knows. Okay, that was weird. There we go. Alright, one more key left. Really, dude? Why do you always have to spot me at the worst moment? Now I want that clue that's up there. I wonder how that was enough height to kill him, and yet the other heights were not. Okay, 7 left. Now that I think about it, I think there may be another clue or two around these parts up here. I'm not 100% sure. But I know there's one over here, for sure. Alright, making good progress. 5 left to go. There's one over there. Let's make that 4. How about we reduce that all the way down to 0? That would be awesome. Okay. I think after we get every single clue here in this place, we will get another trophy as a result, which will be awesome. You always love a good trophy, especially if it's well worth your time and effort. It's just more of a means to be able to show off to your friends and just fill out that completionist criteria. I've always wondered what is inside these vents. Apparently I can't go in. Perhaps I have to wait till later? That is a possibility. Like I said, I haven't played this in forever, or at least in its entirety. I'm honestly surprised that these guys have not found their safe house. Not like John Basson did in the last episode, that's for sure. There we go. Another one down.
Okay, Sly, I'm waiting by the engine room door.
Okay. Now that we have all the keys we need, time to head over to the last engine room. Which is all the way across the frickin' map. Gosh dang it. Man, I really am not very good at doing things efficiently in this game. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Oh well, at least I got some coins out of it. Not a big deal. Now then, to get to the engine room, all we need to do is climb a series of ramps and stairs. And also propeller fans too. Those help as well. We have quite a lot of climbing to do. Speaking of climbing, I wonder why it is that Bentley and Murray can't climb ladders. I mean, it does kind of make sense for them to not be able to climb poles, but why not ladders? Of all things, why not ladders? Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I mean, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'5" at close to 400 pounds, and I can climb a ladder. Granted, I get those jelly legs, but even so, I can climb a ladder if I need to. Okay. Looks like we're going to be going for a little flight again. Right after we deal with some unnecessary friends, if you know what I mean. Also, these guys' jetpacks, those can hurt you quite severely by means of burning you. And that's not fun to deal with at all. As fire damage can deal quite a lot of health. It can deal quite a bit of damage to you, and that's not a fun time. Thankfully, there's not a whole lot of enemy patrols around here. It's just a lot of navigating across the wings and everything that are flapping around in the wind here. And that's really about it.
Okay, Bentley, you're on.
Hey, Bentley, I'm looking at these blueprints, and I think you've got to shoot out all the bulbs with your dart gun to get up to the second level. Here's the hard part. Once you shoot a bulb, you'll need to then take out the bulb the electricity is going to. If you...
God damn it. I cut off this conversation.
When you shoot a bulb, you then take out the bulb the electricity is going to.
Okay, that makes sense. So, for this next part of the mission, what we need to do here is shoot out all these light bulbs, and we have to shoot each of these bulbs that are adjacent to each other. If we miss our shot and we take out the wrong bulb, then unfortunately that results in our instant death. It unleashes a massive shockwave that literally will end your life faster than you can blink. And that's not a fun time. And the bulbs which are adjacent to each other are clearly indicated by the strands of electricity, which are always vertical from one another. So that's one way of figuring out which ones you need to shoot. Another thing to keep in mind too is the fire rate on the crossbow is low, so if you miss, you're going to be wasting at least 3 seconds before you can fire another shot. Thankfully, this does get easier as you wipe out more and more of these bulbs. And there we go.
Okay, pal. You're all set to bounce up to the next level.
Alright, time for level 2.
If I'm reading this right, it looks like you need to bomb those power nodes to get into the control room. Once that door is open, you'll be able to shut this engine down for good.
Okay, so as Murray was saying, we just need to bomb all these things now, which is really, really easy to do. Just run over them, place a bomb, and you're all set.
Take it all the way, buddy. Flip the override switch and this engine is toast.
Indeed it is. Bada bing, bada boom.
That's one less engine for that creepy Clockwork thing to draw power from.
Phew, okay. That's all the engines shut down. Excellent. That's always nice to see, as well as a 96% completion rate. Okay, folks, it's time to return to the safe house and grab Sly once more as we get ready for his next job. And his next job is going to be right over to where Bentley is. So, again, the best way of getting back to where we need to go relatively quickly is just to warp back to the safe house by means of exiting the episode menu and reloading it. Especially if you're all the way across the map and you have the wrong character out. Okay. I thought I heard a clue bottle bouncing right near here. As I thought, here's a couple of clues right here. Only 2 left. Is this a catapult? It looks like one. It might come in handy for later. Then again, maybe it's just the crane of which pulled the battery up in the first place. It could be that too. Okay, let's see what else we can find around here. Our next job for Sly is located across the map, so we're going to be going on for quite a trip in order to get to where we need to go. I hear another clue. Question is, where is it? That's what I'd like to know right about now. Why is this pole here? I know that it was there to support the alarm system, I guess? I can't remember what it was. Or is it the power station? That's it. Power station. That's what it was supporting before. Ah, here's the clue. Only one more to go. And then after that, we are all done with clues. Basically forever. Okay, now how am I supposed to get out of this? Oh, that's how. That was easy. Nice. Oh, come on. How did that fail? Dang it, man. I hate that. I hate it when you go for the stealth kill and they just fly off the edge, causing you to miss and fail miserably. As far as where the last clue can be, I'm not really sure whatsoever. Though I'm sure we'll find it in due time. If anything, I could always look up where all the clues are located and just check each and every spot. Who else wants some of this? I guess no one. Don't blame them. Aha! Here's the last clue. Hell yeah! That's all 30 clues, boys and girls. We are officially done with clue collecting in the entire game. So that is freaking sweet. Now then, before we start the next job, why don't we go pick up our final reward and utilize it, shall we? Remember before where we shut down one of the engines? Well, it's time to head back in there and claim our reward, which is located right in here. Thankfully, the place is no longer electrified. Why is there a health icon in there? I have no idea. But whatever, it's being weird. Okay, time to unlock the final safe and see what's inside.
That arpeggio really knew his encryption algorithms. As it stands, I'm only 86.5% convinced the code to the vault is 725.
And there we go. We have the shadow power.
You've gotten the shadow power move.
So, the shadow power move, let's assign this to L1. Move without being seen. Essentially, this acts like the invisibility move of which we had a long time ago, which was previously listed in the Thieves Raccoonus. Yet, the ability is here as a hidden item that you can find in a safe. How and why? I honestly don't get it, but really the reward is well worth it. It honestly is. So, you know what? I think I will put this on somewhere. I think I'll put this to L2. It could be useful when trying to sneak around a huge horde of enemies. Though, keep in mind, it does drain your weapon energy incredibly fast. Oh dear. This isn't gonna end well. Goodbye. I'm surprised he didn't die immediately. Not sure what that was all about, but whatever. Come on, up we go. Alright, time to begin the next job at Slide. Let's see what we gotta do this time.
This engine room is locked down tight. Since we can't get in, I figure we'll have to destroy it from the outside.
I hope you're carrying some heavy explosives, Bentley, because that engine isn't small.
It just so happens that there's a ready supply of explosives already available on the blimp. Walk one of these TNT barrels up to that engine room to destroy it.
Sounds easy enough. What's the catch?
The initial payload in that TNT barrel won't be powerful enough to do the job. If you pick up 3 magnetic chargers, you should achieve the necessary blast force to destroy the engine. It's simple, really. Just get close to the chargers, and they'll automatically attach to your barrel.
All right, let's blow stuff up.
Yes, my words exactly, Sly. My words exactly. So, once again, it's time for more fun with TNT barrel shenanigans. This time, we have to gather 3 explosive charges that are placed throughout this entire blimp. Thankfully, these charges will automatically stick to this box because physics? Magnetism? I have no idea. It's not really clearly defined of whether or not these things are truly magnetic or not and have magnetic tips. If I have to guess, yeah, they do have the magnetic force necessary to do that. But yeah, we're going to be running all over this blimp. There's going to be a lot of moving around and a lot of sneaking, too. As if we end up getting caught, the mission is as good as a failure. And that's definitely not fun. Especially when you're trying to gather these explosive charges. So just like before, if you're close to an enemy spotlight, just stop moving and they should just leave you alone. Unless you get caught in some sort of loop or something, in which case you're screwed. However, something like that is incredibly rare. And it's not like anything like that happens all the time. Okay, come on. Continue moving. I have a feeling if I move now, I'm gonna get caught. Knew it. It's funny how the barrel just disappears as the mission failure screen pops up. It's honestly hilarious. But at the very least, it does give us plenty of checkpoints in this mission, so that's pretty nice. The checkpoint is marked as soon as you grab an explosive charge, so that's awesome. I still find it funny how the explosive barrel just vanishes. It just vanishes like it never even existed. What can I say? This is kind of like Metal Gear stuff here, just with Sly Cooper. It's something like that, except it's far more dangerous. I don't think I can go that way, so let's not. Thankfully, there is a way to get up to where you need to go. There are several ramps you can take to get to your next destination and next explosive charge. So, that's pretty nice. Just one thing though, do not jump out of this barrel ever. Because I think if you jump out, it'll automatically start detonating. Ah, damn it! Damn it. I had a feeling it was going to kill me there. Dang it. And I made it so far across the frickin' map, too. Which is frickin' lame. Am I the only one who thinks that there should be a ramp there? This mission can be kind of annoying to get through, just considering how much traveling you have to do with this barrel here. Plus you have to... Oh, come on, man. That's a load of bull crap. Anyway, as I was trying to say, it can be annoying considering the amount of distance that you have to travel with the barrel, and you can't exactly use your acrobatics here. I mean, if you do, you'll jump out of the barrel, and that would be bad news for you. And it would end horribly. Damn it! Gotta quit turning this into a frickin' Michael Bay film. I mean, can you really blame me? I'm kind of getting impatient here. Just so much that we still have to do. So little time as well. Come on, keep moving. Continue your patrol. There's nothing here besides just an explosive barrel that appears out of gosh diddly dang nowhere. Even though it appears to be moving, it doesn't matter. You see nothing. You didn't see anything. At all. hate how these searchlights take a while to continue to rotate around. It just takes quite a long time, and I find that really annoying. Thankfully, it's not the worst thing ever. It's just annoying. Same with waiting for enemies to complete their patrols, too. There is a ton of... Damn it! Come on! Freaking Ultra Instincts again! Damn, that hurt. How is it that these freaking birds have Ultra Instincts here? I don't get it. I guess Arpeggio knows how to hire the smartest guards on the planet. Even though it seems like they should have the aim of a frickin' stormtrooper from Star Wars, that's not the case here. They're also a lot smarter, more nimble, and they just cause all kinds of trouble. I'm seriously not a fan of this mission. Just so much traveling around and just trying to move all sneaky. Granted, that is the name of this game and everything and what you have to do. But even so. I'm kind of impatient when it comes to things like this. And patience is really needed in order to successfully get through a task such as this. I'm kind of surprised that he just decides to turn around there. Okay, dude, keep moving. Is it because I'm in his path that he's just gonna stand? I have no comment as to how he figured out I was in there. Perhaps if they're, like, right up in your face, they'll be able to see you. But that doesn't make any sort of sense to me. No other enemies are this intelligent. And yet, these frickin' birds here are some of the most intelligent beings on the face of the earth. Arpeggio, you clever Brit. Damn it! And that's what I get for making fun of British people. Although I really wouldn't say I'm making fun of them at all. Man, this mission just freaking blows. Especially when you mess up towards the very end. It's like I can't get past a certain point anymore. Just keep getting spotted somehow. Either by a searchlight or a random guard who suddenly unleashes their ultra instincts and know exactly where I'm at. Son of a... Clearly there was no searchlight, and yet I still got shot anyway because this game. I don't know. I'm not making any sort of sense anymore. I am so sick of this gosh diddly dang mission that it's driving me nuts. Yet it should not be this frickin' difficult. I wonder how many times I failed this mission up to this point. If I have to guess, probably 10 or 15 times now, going on 20. Okay, I guess I should, alrighty. Well, come back soon. Oh my god, are you serious? A guard is coming this way? Please no Ultra Instincts, please no Ultra Instincts. Son of a... Ah! Damn these freaking guards! Obviously, I'm doing something wrong here if I keep getting caught like this, even if I'm sitting still. Is it because they moved me and then I move as a result? And so they say, oh shoot, there's something in here, despite the fact that I clearly moved this object myself. And then it immediately starts opening fire. Maybe I did this in the wrong order. I have no idea. You may think I could just go around and try clearing out some of the guards on my path, and then jump back into the barrel and then continue on my way. Well, the thing is, this game has respawning enemies. They constantly respawn as you're going around the map, depending on where you are. So, even if I would clear some of the enemies out of here now, it wouldn't work as soon as I begin making my way through here, I would then have to deal with the fact that the enemies just respawned, like right around me. Oh my god, I finally made it further. I think my destination is above me. Yep, it is. Okay, now I need to figure out how I'm gonna get up there. Now that I think about it, maybe I've been going the wrong way this entire time. Yeah, I must have. Dang it. As there are a couple of ramps over towards where I was previously. Oops. Screw it. Death warp. Wow, I've been making things a hell of a lot harder on myself than I needed to. Okay. Now to figure out how the heck it is I'm supposed to get up there. There's not exactly any sort of trampolines I can actually jump out of with this thing. And I can't exactly grab the barrel and just jump like a freaking superstar. That's just not possible. Okay, how the hell? Oh, that's how. There's a reason for these ramps being here, and now it makes perfect sense. Why the hell didn't I think of this sooner? Because I'm a goober and I love making things harder for myself than it needs to be. Oh man, I just love it when I do things like that. Unnecessary amount of time lost just because of stupid shenanigans.
With the TNT barrel all charged up, it's time to deliver the payload to that engine.
Okay, time to head to the frickin' engine room and time to blow it sky high. Which, that's gonna be easier said than done, considering what we have to go through in order to even get there. I have a feeling that I missed this cycle. Okay, just made it.
That should be the last time anyone puts that engine to use.
Phew! Man, what a pain in the ass that was. But thankfully, it's over. Time to move on to the next phase of the plan.
And an unexpected windfall, I've been contacted by Inspector Fox over the shortwave radio.
She's well aware of the dire situation we all face if Clockwork becomes immortal and has agreed to join forces with us so that we can destroy the robotic bird. The only catch is that she's unable to locate this blimp on her radar. To help her hone in on our position, we'll need to boost the strength of 4 local radio towers. Once Inspector Fox is in range, she'll take one of us on board to act as a tail gunner in a dogfight against Clockwork. This is it. We don't have time for another plan. We're almost over Paris, and if that hate hypnosis light show goes off, well, you know the story.
Yep. I think we're on with... It's time for the final phase. I think. I'm not too sure. But I'm pretty sure we're getting that much closer to the end of the game. Okay. We have the last ability for Sly now, which is the Feral Pounce, I think? Yeah, that seems about right. Jump over vast distances. Well, that was dumb. Okay. Now it's time for the last part of the game. This is going to be a real fun time, let me tell you. And we have 2 more upgrades left to purchase before we can truly close things out. Which, at this point in time, we're going to need 4,100 coins in order to purchase all the remaining upgrades in the game. So, while we're working on this and finishing up the game, we still have some work to do.
Okay, Sly, we need to send Carmelita a radio pulse so she can home in on the blimp. To do that, I'll need you to get on top of 4 very tall towers. They are too big to climb and too tall to jump up normally.
What's this all got to do with this thing you've got me wearing?
It's an experimental mega jump pack. By pressing the R2 button, you'll perform a huge jump, so be careful.
Alright, sounds like fun.
Okay, cool. So, we're given this mega jump pack. Jump to impressive heights. This is the only time in the entire game where we can use this ability, as we'll never be able to use this thing ever again in any other point. So, if you're still missing some clues and some of them are still what seem to be out of reach, you can always use this mega jump pack right here and now to hunt down the remaining clues that are in this episode. And speaking of which, this can only be used in this episode and during this job. So that does kind of suck. Oh well. Then again, maybe you are given this upgrade permanently. I'm not 100% sure. I honestly didn't look into this really all that much. So I never really bothered to try to figure out of whether or not you get to keep this or not. What's cool is that this ability doesn't drain any weapon energy whatsoever, and you're free to use this as much as you want. Just keep in mind though, you do have to use this at a grounded level. So you can't be in the air and just combine it with a double jump. That's not how it works. Okay, that's the first tower. On to the next one. Maybe I can jump on this thing. Or maybe I can't. Crap. This is going to hurt. Okay, maybe not. Thankfully, this mission is also a very easy mission. All you really have to do is just run around and just jump everywhere and reach the 4 radio towers that are up here. Again, your waypoint indicator is your best friend, and it's the best way of figuring out where it is that you have to go here. Okay, that's another one down. On to tower number 3. Which I believe that is way up here. Which getting to this tower shouldn't be too difficult. There we go. Another one down. One more to go. Maybe I can make it to the second wing. Damn it! Where am I? Okay, that wasn't too bad. And there we go.
Aha, it looks like Carmelita has picked up on our signal. She's now headed on an intercept course directly for us.
Excellent. Oh, another job done. And like I said, unfortunately the upgrade is basically gone forever. So that does kind of suck. So like I said, make sure you use the upgrade to its fullest before you complete the job. Otherwise, the upgrade is just gone and you won't be able to use it again. I wish there was a purchasable upgrade that you can get to Sly, even if it costs a truckload of coins. That would be quite fun to be able to use a mega jump like that. Okay. Well, with this in mind, now that Carmelita has our position, she knows exactly where we're at and what we're up to, and we're ready to take on Clockwork and a frickin' dogfight of death. Let's do this.
Look, Sly, for once, let's cut the flirty chit-chat and get down to business. I need an experienced tail gunner. Jump in and grab the gun. We've got a bird to take down.
That's not flirty chit-chat?
Okay, time to take on Clockwork, folks. So just like with all the other dogfights that we've been through, all we really have to do here for this fight is just gun down Clockwork. She will be firing missiles throughout the course of this battle, and honestly, it's a better idea to just mash the frickin' trigger button than it is to go full auto for this mission. You'll be able to get more shots off rather than having to fire everything in bursts. As the fight goes on, Clockwork will unleash not only regular missiles, which follow a yellow smoke trail, but also red missiles too, which take multiple hits to take out.
Yes!
And also, at certain points, she'll start unleashing these electrical rings, just like with Clockwork did a long time ago when we fought him.
Don't let up, you're doing great!
Oh dear. By the way, once you shoot an electrical gate, don't shoot it again. Otherwise, the electrical gate will shut on you. And you can open it back up if need be.
Our chopper's taking damage!
I know that.
Keep at it! We're winning!
Okay.
Keep it up!
Oh crap.
We can't take much more of this!
Damn it! I hate it when I do that. I shoot a frickin' electrical gate and I accidentally close it. And then I scramble to try to open it back up again, and then I can't. Because it's already too late.
Take that, Mila!
This mission is honestly the hardest one in the entire game, but trust me, once we get done this phase, that's honestly the hardest part is the first phase of the fight. All the other phases are nowhere near as difficult. At least from my experience and remembrance. If I remember everything correctly. It really is reminiscent of the first Sly game on how we took on Clockwork originally. It's a lot like that, except instead of flying around on a freaking helicopter, we flew around on a jetpack and basically have to do the entire fight without taking a single hit. Also, I'm not too sure, but it feels as though the hit detection on the electrical gates is kind of wonky. So once you shoot one, it may become easy to end up accidentally shutting it yourself. Like that.
Don't let up. You're doing great.
Okay, what?
Get it together, Sly.
Is it me, or does Clockwork randomly shoot you? It seems like that's the case occasionally.
Oh, yeah. It's Clockwork. Shoot her.
I know that, I'm trying to, but again, she's kind of being a pain in the ass with the electrical gates. And I don't want to accidentally close one while I'm trying to open up another.
We're getting through. Keep it up.
Okay, just gotta keep hammering her.
Looking good.
Come on, baby, we can do this. We can finish this. Oh my god, that was too close.
Nice shooting.
Oh, shoot.
Shoot the bird, not the air.
Frickin' electrical gate got in the
You should've
frickin'
been a
way.
cop. That was some terrific shooting.
Phew. Okay.
Sly, we've got a serious problem here. Clockwork's looking mighty upset, and I think she's going to take it out on us.
Oh dear. Well, not only is she taking it out on us, but she's also taking it out on Arpeggio's blimp. So now begins phase 2.
I'm coming, guys. Hold on.
So phase 2 of this fight is gonna be one hell of a ride.
Oh no! Help! Please! Someone!
We're coming! I'm coming as fast as I can! So phase 2 of this quote-unquote sequence is we need to get to Bentley and Murray as they're being carried away by Clockwork. I can't speak! By Clockwork. Oh my god. How the hell could I not say her name? Oh dear. This isn't gonna end well. Damn it! And apparently, if you fall here, it's a one-hit death. Thankfully, though, there are checkpoints here. So that's good. At least it's not the end of the world if you end up doing that. Damn it! And I think Clockwork is just sitting around doing nothing, which is pretty nice.
Ouch! Ow! Falling! Falling!
Okay. This phase of the whole fight can be kind of intimidating and also really dang deadly.
My life is literally flashing before my eyes. Literally.
I hear you, Bentley. I know that your life is flashing before your very eyes. I'm on my way. I'm trying to get there as fast as humanly possible without killing myself in the process.
If I get out of this, I'll never speed again.
Okay. I think I can jump on top of the structure. Okay. Cool.
Help!
Almost there.
You want a piece of me? Don't worry, there's plenty to go around.
You might have a new body, Neela, but you're still the low-down, backstabbing coward we've beaten time and time again. This won't be any different.
Be brave while you can, Cooper. I might not have 2,000 pure hate, but I feel something. Some power growing within me.
Okay. Now it's time to hammer Neela, aka Clockwork, and just completely massacre her. Eventually, she's going to stick her head out. So all we really need to do is get her to stick her head out and just whack her over and over again until eventually she goes down. Though we kind of have to do it on the tips of her wings rather than from the back of her head. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Tick-tock.
We did it.
Right on.
It's an emotional moment.
Die, insects, die! My hate will smash you.
Watch out. That thing's still kicking.
Lachlan mentioned something about a hate chip. It sounded like the source of her power.
If we remove it, she might stop attacking.
Then let's do a little open head surgery. I'll pry open that beak so that Bentley can go to town with his bombs.
Okay. Alright, time for phase 3, the final phase of this whole fight. And honestly, this is probably the easiest. All we need to do is pry this open. Afterwards...
I hate you, Cooper Gang. I will find you in your sleep and I will destroy you. You will never know a moment's peace for the rest of your short, miserable lives. The Clockwork will know revenge. I am revenge. I am the Alpha and the Omega. Clockwork!
I'm surprised she didn't say she's the Alpha and the Omega. What? Oh, okay. Okay, there's one, and here's 10. Boop, done.
I still have my hate shit. You will not defeat me, ever!
I wouldn't say that. Got it. Now let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. She's about to explode.
Oh, shit!
My glasses.
What? Bentley, I'll save you.
Pick me up. I can't walk.
Oh, dear.
Come on, Sly, let's get out of here.
Well, there we go. Clockwork has been defeated. But at what cost?
And there we were, at the end of the road. The Claw Gang had been defeated, and the Clockwork parts lay scattered around in heaps. Yet, despite the explosion, they remained pristine. It was as if nothing could ever hurt them. Carmelita cursed herself for showing up too late to get a few shots in on Clockwork. So she took it out on what was close at hand, the hate chip. And just like that, it was over. Without that core piece, that essential center of Clockwork, there was nothing left. The parts aged before our eyes as if time had finally caught up with the ancient bird. How ironic that Carmelita, a police officer, would be the one to lift the curse from the Cooper family. The menace of Clockwork would never again rise to threaten me or my children. True to her nature, she informed us that we were all under arrest. But one look at my gang told me that we were in no shape for a fast getaway. So I offered to go peacefully in exchange for letting my friends walk. They'd taken some bruises through all of this, but I was surprised, shocked really, to see them leave their gear behind as they walked away. Their wounds were deeper than I'd imagined. Those guys were hurting. Carmelita's old police unit soon arrived. With me in custody, her name was cleared, and she even got a well-deserved promotion. It was the least I could do. The ride to HQ started with us sitting in silence, trying to read each other's thoughts. As the reality of my capture started to sink in, she began to relax, and we got to talking. We spoke freely about our previous adventures, comparing notes and even getting in a few laughs. Then we started talking about, well, everything. Books, music, art. It was like we were on a first date. She even showed me the bottle she'd been saving for the special occasion of my arrest. My heart sank when she realized that our short flight across town had already taken 2 hours, a fact I kinda clued into after seeing the Eiffel Tower float by 17 times. She went forward to ask the pilot what was up, and it looked like my pals had left me a little going-away present before taking off. Floating away on the night breeze, I could faintly make out Carmelita's voice.
I'll find you, Cooper! I'll be seeing you soon, Ringtail.
Nice. What a way to end Sly 2 Band of Thieves. Though, like I said, we're not completely done yet. We still have a little bit of work to do, as we need to round up 4,100 coins within the next hour. Which, that should be simple enough to do. We can go back to some of the previous episodes and just find some items that are just lingering around. And also pickpocket some enemies too along the way. So that will make the whole hunting of coins and items and everything that much easier. It looks as though things are starting to get back to normal as far as things are concerned. And look at that. Looks like Sly was nice enough to return the wine bottle to Carmelita Fox. Although, Inspector Carmelita Fox continues to search for Sly Cooper, whose current whereabouts are still unknown. Dimitri went on to work as a dance instructor on a cruise ship. Rajan now owns a series of rug outlets across North America. The Contessa went on to become the most successful real estate booker in the greater whatever area. John Bassan went on to work for the EPA. And ended up frozen yet again on a rescue mission saving baby penguins. That's funny. There are 2 items left to purchase. There's one for Bentley and one for Murray. And after that, we're basically done when it comes to purchasing all upgrades that are left in the game. Okay, that's it. You've seen everything. You won. Go outside. I love that! I freaking love that slapstick at the end. Just goes to show how humorous Sucker Punch can truly be. Now then, we still have a little bit of work left to do, like I said. Though we do have that 100% completion rating, we're not quite done yet. It's not really 100% unless we purchase every single upgrade. And like I said, we still have some items to steal and 4,100 coins to get our hands on. So we got 4,001 left to go, which we should be able to find a few items that are just lingering around this place. And even if we can't find any, we can always just pickpocket everyone for a few hours before eventually we just make our leave. I thought I heard thunder not that long ago. But anyway, as far as what items are left to steal, I'm not really all that sure, as I really didn't collect too many over the course of the game, as I honestly felt like I made out okay with just getting all the rest of the, just by pickpocketing everyone. And sure, I did steal a few things. I did steal a few items that were lingering around and about. That doesn't mean that that everything respawns. At least I don't think it does. If that was the case, that would probably be the cheapest way of making coins in the entire game. Just reloading an episode and stealing the same thing over and over again. I don't think that's how it works, unfortunately. I know there was an item down here that I could possibly steal. At least it's around here somewhere, or at least it should be. Honestly, if you're gonna go item hunting and trying to steal all the items, do it as Sly. You'll thank me later. Sly is honestly the most nimble out of everyone here in the Cooper gang. And yeah, as I thought, the items do not respawn after you manage to steal them. So, that does stink. But, it's okay. There are other ones of which we can steal. Or is there? Honestly, I'm not 100% sure how many items I managed to steal. Or if I stole them all for that matter. I know there were several items in, I think, episode 4 that I could steal. 4 or 5. Regardless, if things get a little too hectic around here, I can always just go into a different episode altogether. What's really cool is that you, despite you completing all of the episodes, or any episode for that matter, you can return to any episode that you've been to previously and just explore the world. You may find all the clue bottles that you were looking for, or even get some additional coins if you need to. But regardless, it's just another means of getting around. Okay, maybe not like that, but more like it more so has to do with exploration and money making. Hi, how you doing? By the way, I believe the invisibility power does not work if you're spotted already. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to put that theory to the test or anything right now. But, like I said, we're going to be hunting for items for the next hour. Which, that's going to be a lot easier said than done to find them all. Or find as many as we can to fill up that 4,100 coin criteria. Like I mentioned before, though there are items all around these places, finding them all is not exactly easy. In fact, now that I think about it, I think I did end up getting every single one of those items here in episode 2. And I know I got them all in episode 1 as well, so... I think I'm gonna go to episode 4. Then again, I think episode 5 would be better. Yeah, let's go to episode 5. Like I said, you can always make money by means of pickpocketing enemies, though that does take a long time to do. But let me tell you, it will be well worth it once we do manage to get all the money we need. And see, just like I said, we need 4,100 coins in order to get the last 2 upgrades in the game. Afterwards, we can truly consider this to be 100% complete. And I think after purchasing the last couple of upgrades, we'll be platinuming the game too. In other words, get the platinum trophy, which will be awesome. Okay. Okay. As I thought. The invisibility power-up does not work if you're spotted already. So, make sure that you're not spotted beforehand. Also, bombers are very annoying in this episode. Once they enter in the airspace and everything, just makes things that much harder and that much more annoying. Especially when you're trying to run all the way back to the safe house with an item on your back. It's funny how, it's like you come across... Damn it. It's funny how you come across certain items and you just don't really know where they were until, you're not on a job. It's like you come across them by accident during a job and you can't grab them during the job, which is really annoying. And that absolutely blows. I could have swore there was another item I could pick up around here. Yep, here we go. Here's one. By the way, if you do end up stealing something, you cannot just warp back to the safe house instantaneously with the item on your back. That is not how it works. I wish it does work that way, but sadly it doesn't. Here we go. Okay, let's see how much this is worth. 652, not too bad. At least we're almost halfway there when it comes to coins. 1,056. So not a bad coin amount if I do say so myself. But like I said, we still have a bit of work to do before we can purchase all the upgrades. I wonder if there are any other things I can find in this episode that I can sell. I may end up looking up a guide on the fastest ways of making money in this game. Man, stupid bomber. I hated how they just come out of frickin' nowhere and just bomb you for no reason. Granted, I know they're at war technically, but isn't the war technically supposed to be over? God damn it! Again, it's not a bad idea to go back to previous... Okay, what the heck hit me? Did I get hit by some sort of stone? Honestly, I have no idea what the heck hit me there. Goodbye, wolf. By the way, I never really went over this, but apparently there's an aerial dive move that you can execute by pushing, okay. By jumping into the air and then pushing the triangle button to dive down. I don't know if that's an ability that Sly can purchase, or if that's given to him as inheritance. I'm not 100% sure on that. But regardless, I figure I'd throw that out there anyway, as I literally just figured that out now. Okay, seriously. I don't know where else to look. I feel as though there's not very many objects that you can find just hanging out in the streets here. I don't know why that is. But it is kind of dumb how that's not the case. By the way, the invisibility power, you have to hold the activation button in order to keep it active. And the weapon energy drains incredibly fast with it. So you need to keep that in mind as you're using the ability. As it may end up draining your weapon energy before you even realize it's gone. Something worth mentioning. Maybe going back to Jailbreak is a better choice. Okay. Let's do that. There are some other secrets that I will be showing off eventually here. Though first, before we can even do that, I will be getting all the upgrades. After we do that, and after I acquire all the upgrades, I will be going over all the secrets that are available here. Ooh, silver watch. I feel as though the later the episode is, the more better rewards you may get from pickpocketing enemies. I'm not too sure. I could be wrong. It's probably superstition that I think that way. But it may very well be a possibility. Hi there, Wolf. And hello there, Bat. Seriously, go away, you stupid freaking wolves. I think they're supposed to be werewolves, but regardless, they're freaking annoying. Also, Jamar, thank you so much for the host, man. Highly appreciate it. Okay. Also, welcome back, Jamar500. Glad you can make it to the stream. So, at this point, we've beaten the game, and the game is essentially 100% complete. However, we're still hunting down items to get up to 4,100 coins, so that way we can purchase the last 2 upgrades that are available. And afterwards, I will be showing off some secrets that I know of in this game. Hey, what? I had no idea you can cling on to that. You learn something new every day. Okay. go. Made it back with plenty of time to spare, too. Also, I just noticed that Murray is not in this episode for some reason. He's not available to be selected. I don't know why that is. I know, granted, he wasn't technically available throughout the entirety of the episode until, like, the operation when we set him free and everything, but even so, still kind of weird. Wow, cool. That is quite a fun task to take on for the completionist criteria of Breath of the Wild. That's for sure. Okay. It does kind of suck that the item we did manage to steal didn't yield a very good value for some reason. Come on back, baddie. Good night. Okay. Now then, as far as what other items to steal, if I have to guess, they're probably all located within the main jailhouse. I'm not too sure. There may be something else I could steal. Also, pickpocketing enemies in any episode whatsoever is really a good idea to try and do. You may never know what you may find. Just sucks that the items aren't sold straight away like they are in Sly 3. You have to wait until you get back to the safe house in order to sell items. At least that's the case in this game. Okay, I guess at this time I should go over my final thoughts on this game. And to answer the ultimate question, is this game the best out of the entire trilogy? Well, now that I think about it, for quite a while I've been trying to think of this long and hard. But honestly, yeah, this probably is the best in the entire Sly Cooper trilogy, at least in the original trilogy. The reason why this is considered the best in the trilogy is because the worlds are expanded greatly, and now it takes a kind of non-linear approach when it comes to completing jobs and all kinds of other things too. Not only that, but the clue bottles, sure, they're 30 in each episode, but they're more streamlined. And with enough exploration and looking around the environment, you can potentially find them all relatively quickly, depending on how good you are at exploring and finding everything. Okay. I'm not sure what this light here is all about, but it does shine quite a lot. It's not annoying, but figure I'd point it out anyway. I hear ya. Ow. I was thinking maybe there was another item in here. I guess not. Well, this is annoying. Okay then. I thought that bat was going to come after me for sure. As far as where else I can go to find more items to get more money. Wow, okay, that was weird. Just ricocheting back and forth against the frickin' wall. I wonder if that's a glitch that can be utilized to give Sly a metric ton of speed. Oh, hello. We have another item I can grab. Which I will be doing so momentarily. Boop. And good night. Thankfully, this item is not timed. So all we really need to do here is get this back to the safe house as fast as possible. Which thankfully is a very easy task. It is kind of sucky how the items that you pickpocket aren't worth hardly anything whatsoever. And yet the items of which you can steal on pedestals and whatnot, those are worth so much money. That's not even funny. Okay. Let's see what we managed to bank in this time. Huh. Wow. Interesting. Okay. We got 2,530 coins. So, time for temporal lock. Freeze time around the guards, temporarily at least. Okay. So now we just need 2,100 coins and then we're all set. Thankfully, we have 530 to work with at this point in time. Okay. I think I may go back into the jailhouse one more time to see if I can find one more item. As the last upgrade is the most expensive in the entire game as far as I'm aware, at 2,100. Unfortunately, I couldn't buy both of them in one fell swoop, but trust me, the reward will be worth it. Also, welcome the real Rico. Glad you can make it to the stream. Like I was mentioning before, we basically finished the entire game. The main story is done. So all there's left to do now is just to purchase the final upgrades. And then we're all set. Afterwards, I have a couple of secrets to show off at least. Really? I don't even know how I managed to attract the attention of a guard. Probably because I knocked him into the air. That does make some sense, but at the same time, it's still kind of dumb. Right, I grabbed that item already. I'm trying to think if there are any other episodes I could go to find more items. There may be some. There may be some, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. Honestly, I feel as though if you want to purchase every upgrade in the game, you kind of need to go after all the pedestal items that are just hanging around about in the world. Otherwise, you won't be able to afford everything. Dang it! Fucking searchlight. I wonder what's over here. Oh, just another way to get in. That makes sense. I wonder why there's some these jailhouses have items available for you to steal, while other ones just don't. I honestly don't get it, but it is kind of weird. I really wish there was an upgrade that you can purchase that help you find items that are scattered around about here. How much time I have left? Well, we're 2 hours and 37 minutes into this session. And honestly, I have plenty of time before we hit the 3-hour mark. And even if we do, I'm not going to end it immediately after that mark is reached. Okay. I think what I may end up doing is, when it comes to endgame stuff, I may just edit some footage down when I upload this to YouTube later. And just showcase some of the better moments here, or at least the item collecting. Okay. Now then. Let's see where else we can go. If I have to guess, I think episode 6 still has some items hanging around about in a couple of places. Maybe. One thing you could do is just rely solely on pickpocketing things and getting the coins necessary that way. And when you reach the end of the game, you can just go back to some of the previous episodes and collect all the items that you missed or just left behind. So that way you can make more money more quickly. Honestly, it's not a bad way of going about things. Still have the bears to worry about, though, here. I really do like this episode in particular because of it being so open-ended. There's a lot of places where you can just roam around and about, and many different ways to get from one destination to another. Dang it. Oh, that was annoying. I know there's gotta be at least one more item or two around here somewhere. As far as where that is, I really don't know. Because I know there was one here before which I managed to grab successfully without too much trouble. As it was just simply a matter of grabbing the item and then gliding back to the safe house. But as far as other items, I feel as though that's the only one. Then again, maybe there were some others that I completely missed. Hi, how you doing? I feel as though there should be something around here, but apparently there isn't. I guess I did end up getting everything in that episode, which is kind of lame. Oh well. Although this does give me plenty of time to go and explore each of the episodes we've been to previously and acquire everything that we need to. Okay, maybe we'll be able to find something in episode 7. As I'm pretty sure I didn't get too many items here. Now then, let's begin the hunt now, shall we? There are a lot of places where we can go to find everything that we need. There is one more thing worth noting. With the invisibility power-up, you cannot run while it is active. So that's something worth mentioning right there. You have no choice but to sneak around constantly. Ooh, sapphire. Thankfully, in later episodes, the amount of guards that are patrolling the streets does increase greatly, so it does give you additional opportunities to pickpocket enemies. So, in a sense, that does give you more money opportunities if you manage to pickpocket everyone. And also steal all their stuff. Although that can be considered easier than done at times. Especially when that happens. Also, I believe while you're invisible, you move at a much slower pace, too. Okay. The only other episode I can think of that may have some items left is episode 3. Other than that, though, not much else is coming to mind at this very moment. I feel as though in episode 8, which is the final one, I managed to get every single item that was available there. Okay, why is this prioritizing the hook? Sometimes the game's mechanics can be kind of wonky with trying to grab onto certain objects. Oh, hello. Speaking of objects, here's something else over here. Yoink. Hello there, goat. Goodbye, goat. Okay. This should be a go for a decent price. At least it should. Keyword is should. And hopefully I'll be able to get back with this unscathed. Who knows, we may even find something else along the way too. Though you cannot exchange one item for another or carry multiple items either. So that is kind of lame. I guess I could try to memorize where all the items are, or even Okay. Well, if you need to leave right now, I'm totally okay with that. I appreciate you stopping by. I'm glad you managed to do so before the stream came to an end. Okay. Ooh, so close. We're literally less than 200 coins away from being able to purchase the final upgrade. I'm kind of surprised that we managed to score as much money as we did here. Hey look, there's the mammoth from before. I might even stay here in this episode and see if I can get the last number of coins necessary to get the last upgrade here. Actually, now that I think about it, we definitely need more than 200 coins for the last upgrade, because that one costs 2,100 and we're at 1,910. So, still a little bit of a ways to go. Heck was that? Well, whatever. I'm kind of surprised that one duck who's patrolling that cliff above me, he doesn't see much of anything, even after I took him out. He still didn't bat an eye, as if he just plain gave up and just does not know that I even existed. As if I was frickin' Batman or something. Dang it. I guess another thing that could come around out of frickin' nowhere is these eagles that are just flying all over the place. They can sometimes swoop down and attack randomly, which that can be annoying, but really they're very easy to dodge as their shadows are clearly indicated. Goodbye. 1957. There may be another item of which, dang it. There may be another item of which I could potentially steal at some point. Though as far as when that point is, I'm not 100% sure at this moment. But as long as we keep our eyes out and our ears to the ground, we should be able to find something. And even if we don't, as long as we manage to get the coins necessary by means of pickpocketing enemies, we should be able to do so without too much trouble, and hopefully it won't take too long. I mean, we stole quite a large number of items already, and we're up to 1990. That's funny, because that's the birth year I was born in. Oh, hi, bear. Ow. Okay, note to self. The grizzly bear is a one-hit KO. I think. Okay. Even though we did end up getting killed, it's not like we lost any sort of progress whatsoever, which is really nice. Yoink! Alright, we're just about done here. I think with the sapphire I got not that long ago, that should be more than enough. Along with some other items I managed to steal, such as the nuggets and all. But just in case, might as well pickpocket a little bit more. Up to 2009 coins at this point. Hi there, Eagle. 2021. Alright, that should be good. We'll see. Come on, baby. Yes, there we go. That's all the upgrades in the entire game. Every single one of them have now officially been purchased. And yep, that's all the trophies in the game too. So that last upgrade was the last one we needed in order to get all the trophies of this game. So that is freaking sweet. We managed to platinum Sly 2 Band of Thieves. So let's go and sync them all up and see what this whole list is. Unlock all Sly Cooper Band of Thieves trophies. Look great in pink. That is awesome. Basically, all the trophies that you can earn in this game can be earned via playtime and just by playing and purchasing every single upgrade in the game. So there we go, folks. That's 100%. The game is now truly 100% complete. Now then, let's see if there's anything new with the Watch a Movie section, because I know in Sly 3 there is like a hidden extra movie that you can watch upon getting 100% completion. However, it appears that that's not the case here. However, to make up for this, there's actually some hidden movies on certain episodes. I believe in the original Sly 2 Band of Thieves, each episode has its own secret movie. Just push the square button when the square button appears on screen. cute. Nice. Way to add more salt to the wound. I love it. Now, like I was saying, I believe that there is a hidden icon episode for each of these in the original Sly 2, but in the HD re-release, some of those movies were removed for some reason. And in order to access the secret movies, you just have to hover over each of these episodes and just wait for a flashing icon to appear. And as far as how long it takes for an icon to appear, takes about 5 to 10 seconds or so. If it doesn't appear, then just move on to the next one. And just wait for another icon to appear. As far as what the hidden movie was all about, I think it was there to signify... Okay, what? That was weird. Let's go back. Let's go back here. I could have swore there was supposed to be a hidden movie here. There was an icon flashing. Huh. I guess it's nothing. Then again, maybe there is supposed to be something there, but because of the way my disc is, it may not be loading it up properly. So as a result, it's kicking me back to the menu immediately. I'm not too sure what the reasoning for that is. I guess at this point, I'll go over my final thoughts for the game. As I was talking about them briefly as I was going about trying to collect all the items I needed, or all the coins I needed to purchase all of the upgrades. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy that I played through this game again. Not only did I want to play through the game again because of old time's sake, but also because I wanted to essentially bring in a new flavor, or just showcase the updated HD version of Sly 2 Band of Thieves, as when I first did it so many years ago. Hello, what do we have here? Another one, of course. Dang it. Okay then. As I was trying to say, when I first did this playthrough all these years ago, I used a standard definition capture device, and hello! Looks like we have the credit sequence again. Okay then. So that's what that hidden movie was. Perhaps that was the reason why I kept getting kicked to the menus. It's not my disc, it's just those hidden movies that were originally there were removed in this version. So that's the reason why I kept getting kicked out. But anyway, at this point, I really do consider this game to be the best in the entire series. And this is followed up by a very, very close second of Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves. It's really that good. Though they did knock out the whole exploration aspect of Sly 3, I feel as though they made up by making the game more speedrunner friendly. So people can just go from job to job and just complete the episodes that way. And the only other 100% criteria left to complete each episode is just the... It's just the Master Thief challenges. That's really about it. And honestly, I do like the way Sly 2 handled the whole open world thing better than Sly 3, but that's just my honest opinion. And that's just how I feel about Sly 2 Band of Thieves. I highly recommend that you do pick up the HD collection on PlayStation 3. Just be prepared for a broken boss fight in Sly 1 with Miss Ruby. It's just a little bit of an adjustment period, but even so, it's not the worst thing ever. But even so, it shouldn't have been broken to begin with. And I really, really hope that if they do end up bringing this collection to PlayStation 4, that they do fix the Miss Ruby boss fight, and also fix the whole framing issue too, with the whole widescreen aspect ratio and everything. I honestly hope they do end up fixing that sometime in the future. Excuse me. So, yeah. I highly recommend you pick up the Sly trilogy on the PlayStation 3, and it's honestly the best way to play the Sly Cooper games today, in my honest opinion. Now, there is one more thing I guess I could mention, and that is the Sly Collection. If you happen to own the physical version of the game, as soon as we exit out of here and return to the main menu, though I think it's going to end up changing resolutions on me, which may temporarily cut out the video feed for just a moment. But anyway, hopefully this doesn't knock out the sound either. Just give it a second. It'll pop back up. Oh, there we go. Now to head back into the Sly collection. And, of course, like I mentioned before, it does change resolutions when loading from the PS3's menu to the game itself. Okay, there we go. I'm not sure why sometimes when the resolution changes, it knocks out the video feed for quite a while until the game actually starts up. Which, that is annoying. Okay. So now that we're back in the Sly collection menu, by the way, in order to get to it, you have to quit out of the game entirely and reload the entire collection. So at the end of the collection, there are 4 minigames that you can play here. In order to unlock each of these minigames, you have to play all 3 games within the series. I don't think you have to beat any of them, you just have to start playing them and use a save file. But since this profile technically is a new profile, it does not have any progress made towards Sly 3, so I can't show off this minigame. But I guess another thing worth noting too is that these minigames are really just that, minigames. And not only that, but I think they require motion controls. I'm not 100% sure on that. But I feel as though they do require motion controls from the DualShock 3 controller in order to play them. Which, sadly, this controller does not feature any sort of motion controls whatsoever. So, at least as far as I'm aware, unless there may be some that are hidden somewhere, I'm not 100% sure. But regardless, the minigames, I never actually tried playing them before, but it does have its own fair share of trophies you can earn too. So, if you're in the mood to play some extra minigames, you can after you play through, or just start playing through all 3 games in the Sly collection. So, that is a pretty nice treat. As far as the actual collection itself, the reason why this profile doesn't have any progress towards Sly 3, despite me playing through Sly 3 years ago, is because the progress that was made on my previous profile on the PlayStation 3. And since the whole name change thing was not introduced at that time, I had to make a whole new profile so I could carry over my current brand name, which is General Snivy. So, as a result, I'm not really looking into replaying Sly 3 anytime soon. And the reason as to why is because I'm honestly satisfied with the way the original project turned out, despite a few shortcomings, especially in the resolution department. But even so, I'm very happy with the way with the way that playthrough turned out, but also this one too. I'm glad I was able to play through Sly 2 Band of Thieves yet again, and also give it a much higher quality, actual 720p that isn't stretched to oblivion. And overall, it just looks a lot better too. Honestly, it honestly is. So, that's basically the entire Sly Cooper series. Granted, I played through the first 2 games twice now. I'm not really looking into redoing the third, as I'm perfectly happy with the way that project turned out all those years ago. So, I'm just gonna leave it as is. And while I let the credits roll here for the Sly collection, I guess I'll go ahead and start signing out here. This is General Snivy with the Sly 2 Band of Thieves playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. The next time I stream, which will be tomorrow, at least it should be, I will be doing some more Banjo-Kazooie speedrunning attempts. And the next time I return to the Sly Cooper universe, we're going to be doing what is considered to be the black sheep of the Sly Cooper series. And oddly enough, it's the newest one, which is known as Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. Though that's not going to be for a long time from now. The next playthrough is actually going to be something else. And I'm still deciding of whether or not to move further down my list, or just to say screw it and just move a game further down the list as the next game. I may end up doing just that, just so that way I don't have to keep switching around systems all the time. But, anywho, that's it. I'm done here. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time for another adventure. Whatever it may be, only I know. And I'm not going to tell until we actually begin proper. See you all later.